Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Let's go! You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Get ready, football fans. The new Frito Pie Kolache is here. Seasoned beef, no bean chili, melty cheese, crunchy Fritos wrapped in our famous dough. Perfect for game day. No forks, no fuss, just flavor. Order ahead on the Kolache Factory app or visit our Austin locations, North Lamar and West Palmer. Kolache Factory, your MVP for tailgating.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your RV wins.
What, are you going to take the RV to the mountains or go pick up your dry cleaning?
RV wins!
Are we cleaning the gutters or taking the RV camping?
RV wins!
Are we getting a new passport or cruising up the coast?
RV wins!
Don't forget, you got that trip to Sweden coming up.
Oh, yeah, passport, then RV.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your RV with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings in your RV. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral. They're the voices of your local community. Join the millions who already have it.
iHeartRadio,
the #1 app for radio.
iHeartRadio Earth is here with little tips for a healthier planet. Globally, about 1,000 plants we depend on for food and products need to be pollinated by animals, including coffee, melons, chocolate, almonds, and even tequila. Help stabilize the declining honeybee population by planting native plants that they rely on for food, habitat, and nesting. Brought to you by iHeartRadio Earth and the National Environmental Education Foundation. To find more tips for smarter, sustainable living or to take action in your own community, go to iHeartRadio.com/earth.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
Barbados, and Silsbee, Texas.
Or wherever you may be listening, this is a Prediction Thursday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. The NFL football season kicks off tonight as the Dallas Cowboys head to Philly for a 7:20 kickoff on NBC. Kawhi Leonard and Steve Ballmer, are they in a new Ponzi scheme? Which players of the NFL will we have as our predictions to win awards? And of course, we got legends today. We got Jim Martin from the University of Texas, and we have the one and only TJ Ford in our Legends of the Locker Room segment. You don't want to miss it. I'm your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply.
Also, if you want to voice your opinion, all you got to do is get on that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. You know, the one that you got us number one in your preset and number one in your heart. All you got to do is tap that red microphone, leave a talkback message, and if it's good enough, you might even hear it on air. As you can see, Mark Henry, I am wearing my clown suit today. I decided that it was time to rock and roll, and I am not abandoning the ship. Dallas Cowboys have the kickoff special tonight as they will take on the world champions. I don't understand why they say world. They just call them the NFL champions. The Philadelphia Eagles tonight in a ceremonial night because they're going to raise the banner tonight as they are the defending Super Bowl champions. But we got aspirations. We got dreams. We've got expectations of these Dallas Cowboys. And then we come back tomorrow and talk about how mad we are.
We realize about reality.
So the Cowboys come into this game as a 8.5 point dog. 8.5. I saw another one that went up to 9 points. Mark, say it ain't so, bro. Say it is not so.
It's so. It's so. I think it's going to be a shootout because the Cowboy offense, I think they didn't want to show what they can do. And it's very simple, Hardge. Even if they go 3 wide receivers and put Jaden Blue in the backfield, it's going to be very difficult to cover all those people. And Dak doesn't live by confidence. I think that having 2 wide receivers that draw double coverage, even if he gets lucky, if he throws it near him, he got 2 guys that can make plays and bail him out.
Yeah. I'm looking over here at DraftKings. Get over to DraftKings.com, because we're going to give you a chance to win some money. I'm looking over here at DraftKings. They dropped it down to 7.5 with the over-under being 47.5. So you think it's going to be a shootout. So you would probably want to play the over in this matchup.
This is going to be an over game, Hardge.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wrong before. but I think this is going to be like one of those 31-35 games.
Wow. I mean, I ain't going to be mad at you because that means that some things was going in the right direction and some people were playing at a high level. I know you talked about the fact you said that I know that the Cowboys didn't want to show much in the preseason. And I'm like, we heard the reports the entire time when they did have the first team offense, it didn't look smooth. The running game is the one part of the football game that the Cowboys, I want to make sure that they can run the football. We got a home run hitter in Jaden Blue. We talked about that. But when you start to look at everybody else, your Javonte Williams, is he going to be a guy that the Cowboys can depend on? Is he going to be that guy that can pound the rock in between the tackles? You look at Miles Sanders. Is he going to be that person? What is that defense going to be like now that Micah Parsons isn't there? Are they going to be better? Don't forget, not only is Parsons not there, DeMarcus Lawrence ain't there. I mean, they've lost both bookends. They're playing elsewhere. So what is this team going to be?
Get the defense, like you told me the other day, probably not the other day, but about 3 weeks ago, when we were talking about fantasy draft, you said, man, you got to quit picking with your heart and go with the statistics if you want to win for real.
Mm-hmm.
The Cowboys have got to do the same thing you told me. You got Phil Maffa, a 235-pound back. On 3rd down and 1, I don't give a damn who's on the bench. You run him out there, at least use him as a threat to bunch it up and pound it in. That's the odds. You're going with the odds. Then you can free up CeeDee Lamb. If you want to diversify, go 4 wides. And tell Dak, as soon as you see the back of somebody's jersey, then you run 1 yard and slide. Live to fight another day. The Cowboys don't do nothing that makes sense. And it took the blinders.
What are you saying?
It took the blinders to come off. The blinders are off. I'm not gonna baby them no more.
Martha is hurt. He's not playing in the game.
It's something obvious that the Cowboys need to do is use the running back in the passing game. That would be especially.
They always use the running back in the passing game.
This year in particular, when you have two receivers who can take the top off the field, you're gonna have like open routes for your running back. Yeah, passing routes for your running back.
Well, that's always been there. He's been one of those guys that can dump the ball off. Don't forget about what Zeke was able to do during his time there and every other running back that the Cowboys had. Why do you think Tony Pollard was able to go get paid? So that is going to be part of the game plan. But when you look at and Martha, just so you know, he's on injured reserve, so he's not going to be able to be in the game. They just signed their fullback, Lemke. And so we're going to end up seeing, the power running game at some point, which is fine. I'm all good with that. But I wanted to make sure, too, that we look at this team and we say, all right, now is the time for us to go. But where are they going to go? And let's not forget what's on the other side. When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and their defensive front, this is going to be a huge challenge for the Dallas Cowboys. Their defensive line is not to be messed with. When you look at Moro Ojomo, who we talked about as a name that you need to be paying attention to coming up, Jordan Davis and Jalen Henderson, and then you got Jalen Carter, and they just keep coming at you. So, and then they got them dudes in the back end on that defense that have made play after play. But I'm more excited tonight, to be quite honest with you. That's all good. But I'm ready to see the replacement for Micah Parsons, and I can't wait to see what George Pickens is going to do tonight. That is what I want to see happen throughout tonight's football game. Win, lose, or draw. I want to see what's going to happen with those guys and their development in this organization.
What about the big defensive tackle that's coming over in exchange?
Oh, yeah. I expect that from him. I expect that because, he all pro. That's what
I expect to see him do well, too.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. But here's the other part of it, Mark. What is Schottenheimer? Shoddy. What is Shoddy, Mr. I'm cool with everybody. I gotta take it easy. It's just a game. Shoddy. What is he going to do, and how are we going to look at him moving forward?
Why are you messing with him? Like you have this disdain for him. Like you really don't believe in it.
Well, I tried. I'm trying. I have nothing to go off of. We saw what happened in training camp. They did not look good. They did not look good at all. At all, Mark. So for me, there's a lot to be desired. So we will see. Now, the veteran presence of a Dak Prescott, I'm not worried about. CeeDee Lamb and his relationship. You look at what's going on with Jake Ferguson. Cool with that. We still got the rookie Booker and Tyler Smith. Is Tyler Guyton healthy? Remember, he's coming off of that knee injury. So what is it going to be like because you talked about it the other day, Mark. You were talking about the ground and pound. You want to see them get in there and mold people over. Well, this ain't the team to try to mold people over when you start to look at who they are as a defensive squad. You're not just going to mold them over. You're going to have to put some work in and be locked in this particular ball game. Are they going to be able to, as the coaches say, hold what you got when you get ready to get on that offensive line, and them Philadelphia fans who still going to be high on the hog because they just won the championship and they're going to be ready to go. Those fans are. So it's going to be loud. It's going to be rowdy. But I'll give my prediction for the game a little bit later. But I can tell you right now, it's going to be pain. It's going to be pain.
Okay, Mr. T.
Prediction? Yes, prediction. Pain.
It's going to be pain, dog. Coming up next, we're going to talk all about who our winners and losers are going to be in the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, the NFL MVP, and so much more. Don't forget Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us. Texas had an incident off the field that we're going to discuss. Also, Drew Martin, and TJ Ford coming up today on this prediction edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks the tackle 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Gear up, music fans. Hyundai is back as a proud partner of the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival. Join us as our electrifying all-star lineup hits the stage like never before.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
Your biggest slowdown this morning is on I-35 southbound at Breaker Lane. The left side of the highway is blocked off by an accident. Just the right lane gets by, and you're now backed up from Grand Avenue Parkway, causing an hour of stop-and-go traffic to be added to your morning commute. But some good news on 183 southbound. The earlier crash at FM 973 is gone. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
It's your boy Mario Lopez here with some inside scoop. Staples has school supplies as low as 25 cents. Your back to school budget saved by the easy button. What do you think I was going to say? Love me some Staples. That was easy.
This Longhorn Minute is brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust.
The number one ranked Texas Longhorns went into Columbus Saturday morning and came up short, falling to third-ranked Ohio State, 14-7. The Buckeyes defense was the story, shutting down Texas on 4 different fourth-down tries and keeping the Horns out of the end zone until late. Ohio State struck first with a 1-yard touchdown run from C.J. Donaldson. Then quarterback Julian Sayin connected on a 40-yard strike to Carnell Tate in the fourth to make it 14-0. Arch Manning and the Texas offense just never found rhythm despite 170 yards through the air. Costly red zone failures proved fatal, twice coming up on the empty side of it inside the 10. Manning finally hit Parker Livingstone for a late 32-yard score, but the Buckeyes defense slammed the door on Texas' last chance. When the clock hit 0, Ohio State had upset Texas 14-7, sending the top-ranked Longhorns back to Austin with plenty to fix. Now Texas has its sights set on the home opener against San Jose State, 11 a.m. at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting Sabertooth Zip Ride or Pan for Gemstones. Take the Wild Cave Tour or the Hidden Passages Tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
iHeart presents Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
We're live at Specs, where elite snack strategies are unfolding. This shopper just dove headfirst into the cheese section, barreling through the brie like he's got something to prove. Now he's eyeing that top shelf tequila. Does he have it? He does! Unbelievable! Specs selection, flawless. Specs savings, unstoppable. He's loading the cart like a man possessed. And it all started at Specs. Cheers to savings.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included. So you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Shop simple. It doesn't get any easier. You're looking for a new Ford. You don't have time to spend hours at the dealership. So Riata Ford in Manor has made it simple. Pick yours at riataford.com. We can bring it to you for a home test drive. Once you determine it's perfect, you can arrange financing, value your trade, and sign all your paperwork digitally. Then simply tell us where and when you want to take delivery. Leif Johnson's Riata Ford in Manor has made buying a new Ford simple.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. Our blood runs orange.
Welcome back, my good people, to the morning kickoff. Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Prediction Thursday edition of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. I want to get into this conversation, man, because it is interesting to me, Mark, because you and I, we have differs in opinion on a lot of things.
Always.
In case y'all didn't know, folks, Mark and I don't always see things eye to eye, and that's okay. That's the beautiful part about this.
And we still respect each other.
Always. But I am interested to see how you are going to do your players of the year. The predictions are here. We even got Marcus on this as well. So we're going to start at the very top. And I want to know who you have as your MVP this year.
I think the MVP is going to be a guy that's always been at the top, and he should have won it last year. And I think that he's got it, a little anxiety about it, but he deserved it last year, and that is Lamar Jackson.
You are going with Lamar Jackson. You thought he got shortchanged last year.
I did. I did. And I didn't think that Josh didn't deserve it. But you look at the statistics and you look at the previous years, he surpassed what he did in the years that he won it.
Exactly. I agree.
And how do you not give the guy the award? Because there was new flavor on the block.
Absolutely.
People wanted a discussion to give the NFL more cachet.
Marcus, who is yours?
You mentioned new flavor on the block, and I always believe that when it comes to these awards, sometimes they look for the new name. And I'm expecting this quarterback to have a great year this year because he has weapons now. Jordan Love.
Wow. That is totally out of the box.
Hey, you talk about reaching for stuff in the dark. Where is it? Where is it? I can't see it.
I just see the Packers outplaying their expectations this year.
I like it. That's, hey, if you're going to jump out there. You're not going to go you're going against the grain, but hey, I'm all for it.
Marcus, I'm going to tell you right now, you better lose some weight. On that branch that you walking on, you too heavy.
Hey, don't knock it, man. This is his thoughts. Let him have that. My MVP is going to be a guy that has put up big numbers every single year. The only problem is his team never seems to win when they need to win. And I'm hopeful that they will get off to a fast start this year. It is one Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has the weapons. He has the personnel. He's always put up big numbers. The only thing that he needs to do, they have to win games early instead of trying to play from behind the entire end of the season to try to get themselves in there. I'm going to give you my defensive player of the year. He is somebody that I believe has been well deserving of it. He too has been on a crappy team. Therefore, he hasn't been able to exceed his expectations. And that is one Myles Garrett. I believe that Myles Garrett.
Ding, ding, ding. Circle gets the square.
I believe that he is going to take that next step again this year in Cleveland. And he's not going to be penalized for his bad team. Mark?
Well, I tell you what, it's hard for me to argue with that. But in light of the current situation with the Dallas Cowboys getting rid of one Micah Parsons, barring injury, I think that he will be motivated because of his competitive nature to do whatever Myles Garrett does +1. And I will not put it past Myles Garrett or Michael Parsons to have at least 15 sacks apiece. And then we got to go to, are there going to be forced fumbles and interceptions? And who's going to be the guy that's going to do it? It's a toss-up, and I'm going to go Michael Parsons since you went Myles Garrett.
All right, Marcus.
And since I've been hearing too much about this team's defense supposedly being great, and I'm so it's kind of a homer pick. But I'm going Will Anderson Jr. I just have the strangest feeling with maybe everyone's hyping me up, but with the Texans being ranked in one of the top defenses this year, I think Will Anderson Jr. is going to get a whole lot of sacks.
All right, Marcus, who is your offensive player of the year?
I'm picking him as MVP. I'm picking him as offensive player of the year, Jordan Love.
Oh, my goodness. This dude is in love with Jordan Love. Okay.
You'll see why.
I got you.
I'm in love with another quarterback. My life is fine.
Who you got? Who you got?
Oh, my God, man. I think that anytime you don't get the MVP, you have to go with the guy that had the best statistics as a wide receiver or the best statistics as a running back, and that's Saquon Barkley.
Okay. Well, I believe in that pick because Saquon's on my team, so it's all good. And I'm not happy about that pick for me because I had to pick him and he was early. So I'm gonna go. But my player is one that you won't give a lot of love to. So I'm gonna make sure that he gets his love, and that is Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson is my offensive player of the year. I believe that they are going to use him properly to impress you, to make sure that you realize the talent that this young man has. So I am rolling with my guy, Bijan Robinson.
I know when somebody's trying to stick it to me. I can feel it. Hardge is like, listen, Mark, you are wrong for not siding with Bijan. I'm going to throw him in your face
all season long.
In his acceptance speech, I'd like to thank Mark Henry for doubting me.
Exactly. It's going to be important for that. Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going with the obvious. Somebody who has not been talked about enough this offseason. He has been the quietest #1 pick overall. I'm going with Cam Ward. His competitive nature is just out of this world. So he is my offensive Rookie of the Year. Mark Henry?
Wow. I mean, see, that's you. Why you get to go first?
I wrote this down. So you can't be out here guessing.
Hey, I wrote it down. So if you're going to go with Cam Ward, which I like Cam Ward too, I'm going to go with Ashton Genty. I think that he's going to rush for at least 1,000 yards, and he'll have at least 7 to 8 touchdowns.
All right. Marcus?
And the reason why I'm giving Jordan Love all these awards because I think he has a receiver that can go downfield and make big plays. Matthew Golden.
I like it. Good reason.
That's the one thing you said, Marcus, that made me go, oh, okay.
He got some player. Mark Henry.
You know what? They have not had a #1 wide receiver since Sharp.
Yep. So, Mark, who is your defensive Rookie of the Year?
That's a lot easier than the offense. And I mean, Abdul Carter, that dude is a monster. I think that he'll be the guy that we talk about as like an all-pro caliber player.
Yep.
Like he's one of those Michael Parsons type guys. He could have 14 sacks, y'all.
I like it. Stay with it. Marcus?
I'm going with Jadi Campbell.
Who?
Linebacker for the Eagles.
Hey, who?
Linebacker for the Eagles. I just think because he's not going to be the guy that the attention is on, he's going to wrap up a whole lot of tackles.
Okay.
Jahad Campbell is an unbelievable player, but I think that Eagles defense got so many good players on it that they're gonna spread the wealth. It's like they're gonna eliminate each other. They're gonna feed on each other's stats.
My defensive player of the year, rookie defensive player of the year is going to be, I'm going to ATL, shorty, James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. He's going to be coming off the edge, and I think he is going to shock a lot of people. He's got so much upside, so I'm going with James Pierce Jr. We got 2 picks left. Who is your comeback player of the year? We'll go with Marcus first.
Comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey.
Okay. Christian McCaffrey, he had to go through some issues last year. So you got CMC. I got you. Mark Henry?
I think this is going to be unanimous. If it's not, then something's wrong with all of us. Christian McCaffrey is one of the top 5 or 6 players in the entire NFL. And missing last season like he did, you saw when he did come back, he looked like Superman again.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go Christian McCaffrey as well.
Well, I guess things ain't right because I'm not doing that. I'm not
What?
following the crowd. I'm not following the crowd. I'm gonna be my own man. And I got this little
of course you are.
I got this little doll at my house that it just sits up there, and every time I do a show, I'm looking at him. My comeback player of the year is Dakota, Dak Prescott. He is my comeback player of the year, and he is going to start his campaign tonight against the Philadelphia Eagles. Dak Prescott, my comeback player of the year. What you got to say now, Mark?
You notice that I'm just not, my mom always told me, if you don't have nothing good, but being a radio host, I got to say something. Hardge, I believe Dak is going to have a good season.
Thank you. That's all I need to hear. That's good. No.
Don't give you the.
No buts. Here we go. Coach of the year. I'm going with Coach of the Year, Jim Harbaugh. The AFC West is kind of open. It's wide open right now because everybody's looking at Kansas City is not the best team anymore. So there's been some changes. I'm going with Harbaugh that he finally gets it figured out in Los Angeles for the Chargers. Mark?
You know what, man? I think that the world has been waiting on what's going to happen with the New England Patriots. They finally got their coach.
That's a good one.
He is balanced out. He's got good running backs, good wide receiver now, good quarterback. And the defense has got some nasty players on it. And he went in off season and got guys that fit his scheme. More than anything, they fit what he wants to do. Yep. So I'm going to go Mike Babel.
Who you got, Marcus?
I'm going Matt LaFleur.
That boy you must be a closet Packer fan.
I just see a big year.
Lil Wayne.
I see a big year for that team.
Well, the big year starts tonight as the Cowboys will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, 7:20 on NBC. But right now, we're going to go to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247, as he breaks down all things on the 40 acres. Coming up next, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
The accident on I-35 southbound at Breaker Lane has been taken care of, but it will take some time for these speeds to get back to normal. You're also slow on 183 northbound this morning, about a 15-minute delay from 130 over to Highway 71, and some bumper-to-bumper traffic as well on I-35 northbound going from FM 150 to the 45 toll road. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, save on job site supplies with My Lowe's Pro Rewards. Eligible members enjoy volume discounts on qualifying orders through a quote of $2,000 or more. Offer can't be combined with any other discount, contract, and/or special pricing. Exclusions or terms and restrictions apply. Details at Lowe's.com/terms, subject to change.
Hey, it's Sandy, and I ran into my buddy Jeff at Apple Leasing the other day, and I said to him, tell me, who's your ideal customer? Is it someone who writes checks for ultra luxury cars and is having second thoughts about all the depreciation? Is it someone who trades every 3 years? They're always accumulating negative equity while making higher payments every time? Or is it a more of a budget conscious customer looking to save 30 to 40% on monthly payments with reasonable terms? His answer: it's all of them and more. White glove concierge experience at less cost. Luxury SUVs, sports cars, pickup trucks, family sedans. Apple Leasing does it all. With thousands of active customers, they have the program for you and the experts to get you into it. Leasing is not renting. It's the smarter option for most people. If you've heard about Apple Leasing, and chances are you have, it's time to call 512-346-9977 or visit online at appleleasing.com. That's appleleasing.com.
It's Wind Down Wednesdays, powered by Stella Rosa. Join 1300 The Zone's Mike Hardge and 96.7 Kiss FM's Ann Hudson for football clinics like you've never experienced. Sip Stella Rosa cocktails, learn the game, and have some fun. For more info, visit am1300thezone.com/Stella Rosa.
Texas weather can be brutal, so why settle for anything less than tough, reliable protection? Mueller delivers premium steel buildings and residential metal roofing, built to handle year-round weather with lasting durability. Whether it's a barn, garage, or your forever home, trust Mueller to design your metal building project with style that stands out. Call Mueller Inc. today or visit MuellerInc.com. Design strong, designed for Texas.
Peak performance? That's not luck, that's science, and Viome has got the playbook. One simple at-home test takes the guesswork out of your nutrition. You'll know exactly what foods fuel your body, what slows you down, and which supplements help you bounce back faster. And it's all powered by your own gut biome data, so the insights are built specifically for you. See? Science. So order your full body intelligence test today and save $50 at Viome.com with promo code THRIVE. That's Biome.com, promo code THRIVE.
Surprise! Your expenses this month were way higher than you expected. Also, you forgot to renew your website domain, and now you're in a bidding war.
You should see the look on your face.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Plus, the fridge died in the break room, and now everything smells weird.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb says he plans to watch the Eagles Super Bowl banner raising tomorrow night, calling it motivation. C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. headline the Texans' 5 captains for the upcoming season. Houston opens the campaign Sunday against the Rams. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell told the Today Show that a Taylor Swift performance at this year's Super Bowl halftime is a maybe. I'm Frank Aaron.
This is Chris Broussard. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by DraftKings.
Week 1 is your shot to play free and stack $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6. Pick more or less on 6 stats, hit all 6, and split a bag already at $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app and use code SPORTS. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 and over. Age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for free entry in Bag Builder contest. Only perfect entries can earn share of cash prize. Tokens are single use and expire September 8th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
Hey, this is Matt Jones. I'm Drew Franklin, and this is NFL Cover Zero. We're just here to try to give you an NFL perspective a little bit different. Did you see the Colts pretzel? That was my other big takeaway from that game. What was that? Oh, my. We think NFL coverage should be informative and entertaining. And twice a week, that is exactly what you're going to get. Open up your free iHeartRadio app, search NFL Cover Zero with Matt Jones and Drew Franklin, and listen now.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Texas Longhorns.
We're getting closer and closer to game day, and that's why we always talk to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _, and of course, follow all of his work at Horns 247. Eric, we're getting close to the game day, but there was some news that was broken yesterday that was not appealing to the Texas fan base.
Yeah, good morning. Appreciate y'all having me on. As always, the news that you are alluding to is the news of redshirt freshman Cornerback Wardell Mack, who was arrested early Wednesday morning, I shouldn't say under suspicion, was charged with driving while intoxicated. Don't have much more in terms of details from that. Really quick, I will read the statement here. I can pull up really quick that we got from the University of Texas and Steve Sarkisian. The statement here is: we are aware of the situation. Wardell Mack will continue to monitor the legal process, and the situation will be handled internally at the appropriate time. Just, overall, tough situation for the young man. We'll see what happens with his future. Of course, Wardell Mack was someone, Hardge and Mark, who was in the running in preseason camp to get time at the star position. Yep. Listen, there's never a good time for this, right? So it's always awkward when you phrase it this way, but it couldn't come at a worse time for Wardell Mack, because these next 3 games were going to be games that Wardell Mack would be on the field, right? Steve Sarkisian talked about it on Monday. A lot of these guys who did not play on Saturday against Ohio State, younger guys looking to establish themselves, would have seen time over the next 3 weeks, provided the Longhorns take care of business in the manner that you expect them to. So tough situation for Wardell Mack.
Yeah, it's not a good look, and this is something that Texas has pretty much, for the most part, avoided a lot of these situations. Obviously, with the offensive lineman earlier in the summer, he had that same situation, but eventually things kind of worked out. So we'll see what happens next. But let's get back to the football, because obviously a lot of folks are looking at this Arch Manning performance and how they felt like it was underwhelming, but there were some bright spots. You have scouts coming out and saying, I expected to see more, but the hype was too much. And there's just so much going on. But he came in and spoke to the media on Monday. So what was your biggest takeaway from what Coach Sark said and what Arch Manning was able to say?
I'll work in reverse order. I mean, listen, and I mean this affectionately. I don't mean this as a knock on the kid. Arch Manning has mastered the art of saying nothing, right? Which is what you want from your quarterback, to be honest with you, right? Certainly his uncles had no issue saying that. That's not, I'm not knocking him. It's that you didn't hear much outside of, what you want to hear, which is, hey, I got to play better, right? And Hardge and Mark, to give you kind of something substantive out of that, when you have a player who gets all the attention, right, like Arch Manning does, you got All-Americans like Anthony Hill and Michael Taft and great players who don't get as much attention. You probably want your quarterback, who is getting a disproportionate amount of attention, to just say, hey, it's all on me, right? Not make it about the team. So that is a quote-unquote positive out of that. To give you something substantive from Steve Sarkisian, I think he acknowledged what we all saw. Arch Manning's mechanics were off. Right? Most notably, the crossing route to Ryan Wingo, the ball's behind him. He's having to reach back to do this. There's a ball at his knees. The first pass of the game, Arch Manning skipped it in the dirt, right? He talked about, he being Steve Sarkisian, talked about Arch kind of using a sidearm delivery, which isn't his natural way of throwing the football, right? And yes, in today's football, right, you see the Patrick Mahomes effect is what I'll call it, right? Guys want to throw sidearm and throw from different angles. That's all cool, right? But, Arch Manning's a 6'4", 6'5" guy. He doesn't, unless there's a Mike linebacker or a rusher directly in his face and needs to alter himself that way, just deliver the football, right? So I think that's a substantive thing. And guys, that'll get cleaned up. It'd be one thing if you hadn't seen Arch with proper mechanics in his career, but you have seen it, right? So that'll get cleaned up, and I expect it to look better on Saturday.
Well, I'm not happy with the fact that I've gave Coach Sark all of this praise, because he's done so many wonderful things. And, I listen to people like Joe Klatt and the elite analysts, quarterback analysts, and they all said that they thought that he would have put a game plan together that featured Arch better. Comebacks, closing, slants, stuff that's comfortable and easy for a quarterback. And then you take stabs deep. You can't, so, they put it on him as the game plan. So I would have liked to see the game plan feature where Arch would be, make it easy and comfortable for him.
Yeah. Eric dropped out for a second, but I agree with you on that front, Mark, and some of the things that needed to be cleaned up. I expect those things to be cleaned up. What Eric mentioned about the fundamentals, I have been saying that from day one. There's certain things as a quarterback you can do But the most important thing is your fundamental, and your base has to be one that is in a good spot. Every time you drop back, you got to make sure that you're making those strong throws. But the one thing that I want to give praise to is that defense. That defense was able to go out there and play at an elite level. That secondary is going to get a challenge this week because last season, San Jose State, I think they were second or third in the most attempts through the air. And so this week, I think the secondary is going to be challenged. I also believe that the defensive line and on the edges, I think this is a game where Colin Simmons will get to the quarterback. He'll start to have some success. I believe that some of the defensive front is going to have that opportunity as well. So this is going to be a fun football game. Let's not look at it as something that's going to be a negative situation, because everybody keeps saying, well, I expect Texas to go out there and handle these teams. Yes, but do you expect to see that at an execution level for them to handle that team? Those are the things that I keep looking at, and I want to make sure that we get to that. E?
I don't think
Hardge,
he's all the way back yet.
Got you. We got you.
Hardge, you got me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Sorry about this. It was a tech issue there. I apologize. Real quick, I just want to make one quick point. I know we're up against the break that Mark said in terms of the game plan.
Yep.
I understand you can be a little bit annoyed with the game plan, but look at it this way, right? Everything you know is Steve Sarkisian. If he felt comfortable running that, he would have put it in the game plan. Most notably, Mark and Hardge, a lot of the pre-snap motion. You didn't get that, right? And what did we hear Steve Sarkisian talk about during fall camp? Hey, we need to work on our pre-snap motion, not jumping, committing penalties. What did you see on Saturday? 4 false starts, right?
Yep.
So that tells me, and I'm not just caping up for Steve Sarkisian, it's with a young offense, an inexperienced offense, he would have put those things in the game plan if he felt comfortable running. That's my, over my 3 years covering Texas, I have to believe that. Now, we'll see on Saturday if something changes.
Well, Eric, stay with us because we're going to continue this conversation because I want some more with that. And I want to give you an opportunity to follow up on a couple other things that we were talking about. So stay with us, and we'll bring you back after the break. When we come back, we're going to continue our conversations with our guy, Eric Henry. Hopefully he's in a better spot. He got his camera working, and he'll be all right. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m.
One time when Bill Schoening and I were doing a Tuesday night game, and there was an umpire behind the plate, Tom Jenkins. And Tom was a rather corpulent fellow, and he lets a pitch go in there. And you hear this pop again. He goes, ball two. Then crystal clear that our field mic picked up was some fan yelling, Jenkins, you fat.
Only on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The accident on I-35 southbound at Breaker Lane has been taken care of, but it will take some time for these speeds to get back to normal. You're also slow on 183 northbound this morning, about a 15-minute delay from 130 over to Highway 71, and some bumper-to-bumper traffic as well on I-35 northbound going from FM 150 to the 45 toll road. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
Mark, I saw your car the other day. That license plate said world's strongest. Are you serious?
You got a problem with that? I'm the world's strongest man. It fits.
Fits. Man, the only thing that fits is your plate frame struggling to hold on to all them letters.
It's better than yours, fast guy. You run a 27-minute mile, Mike. That ain't fast. That's like a slow walk.
Hey, man, what are you talking about? Okay. That's the beauty of my plates. You can make it all yours, whether it's the team logo, your favorite nickname, you got some jokes, whatever is your style.
True. Mine gets respect on the highway, and yours gets giggles.
Man, why are you making fun of me, man? But guess what? It's a win-win for everybody. Don't go out there driving an ABC 123 on your license plate. Get a real one. All you got to do is go to myplates.com today. That's myplates.com. Use the promo code THEZONE. The Zone at myplates.com.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pages right now.
Thomas's translation company just lost its only 2 Spanish speakers. Without the right replacements, he'll be in problemas.
Yeah, we'll have those ready. Tonight's going to be a late one.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. With Indeed Instant Match, we immediately show you quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed meet your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is coming back to Las Vegas, September 19th and 20th. Streaming live only on Hulu. Tickets are on sale now at AXS.com. Get your tickets today. AXS.com.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
iHeart presents Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour, taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Get tickets now at livenation.com. From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Everyone loves The Office. Admit it. You wish you had a Dundee. Instead, you have this, The Office Deep Dive Podcast, hosted by Brian Baumgartner, a.k.a. Kevin from The Office. Every week in this new hilarious podcast, Brian sits down with one of his old friends from The Office as they discuss their favorite moments on set and never-before-told stories.
Your kids watch it?
Never.
No, come on.
They've never watched it. Listen to The Office Deep Dive on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Coming up in the next segment, we'll have Drew Martin, the Director of External Affairs for the University of Texas, and we'll be talking all things about this weekend. But we're here with Eric Henry of Horns 247 back in effect. And Eric, I wanted to finish the conversation because there's a lot that is going on with this Texas football team and a lot of questions that are looking to be answered. But one thing is for certain, that defense played its behind off. And tell us about some of the bright spots that you guys saw during that ball game.
It's funny you mentioned that, Mark. I'm going to go in the other direction for a second, right? And it's nothing against this defense. It's the standard that I personally am holding this defense to this year. Yes, it played very well at Ohio State, #3 team, now #1 team in the nation, against 2 talented receivers, Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate, and arguably one of the top 2-3 tight ends in the nation, and Max Clear. However, Texas did enter the game with the nation's longest streak of forcing a turnover, 24 games. That was snapped. Texas only had 1 tackle for loss, no sacks, right? Again, it's nothing against this defense. They played great. But I believe, and when I was filling in for you, the week I filled in for you, I said this is the best defense in the nation. I think, and I think most Longhorn fans would agree, when you have a young quarterback, an inexperienced offense, you want to give them additional opportunities to put points on the board, right? Short fields. It's hard for an offense to go 10, 11, 12 plays, 70, 75, 80 yards and score each time. Force a couple turnovers. Give them a couple short fields, right? So again, it's not a critique because the defense played great. To your point, it was lights out. However, I think this year, not the next 3 weeks, but when you get into SEC play, if the offense is still trying to find its footing, you're going to need to give them some short fields. You might need to score a touchdown or two, right, to help them out. Not saying that the difference between winning and losing is going to be that, but I think for Texas to kind of operate at full power, this defense has to be better than great. Maybe that's unfair, but it's the standard that I believe they can play to.
I like the fact that you put it as the standard that you see them needing to play at, but also Coach Sark said the same thing about the turnovers and being able to flip the field in certain situations. So that is something to pay attention to. But before we let you go, I wanted to ask you about this because Coach Sark said something earlier in the week, not this week, but last week, when he was asked about the identity of his team. He's still searching for that identity. If you were the head coach and you had to decide what's your identity at this point, what would it be?
Yeah, keyword being at this point. We can revisit this 5, 6, 7 weeks down the road. At this point, this is a team that's going to run the football really well, play good defense. Arch Manning will throw the ball somewhere between 20 and 30 times a game. They're going to protect the football. And they're going to – you saw Jack Bomeister on Saturday, Hardge. They're going to have really good special teams, and they're going to win that way, right? To be clear, I'm not saying that, oh, my gosh, Texas is going to be winning games 21-3, right? You can still dominate teams that way. But I think as this team finds its footing, the early identity of the 2025 Texas football team is one that is defense-led, defense-driven, and then they pound the football on the ground, which sets the offense up in good – down and distance situations to be able to execute and put points on the board.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in, I think that this team has to work on its play action to be able to, because of the fact of the effectiveness with the run. But to your point earlier, he's got to be able to hit those intermediate routes and those crossing routes because that is a staple in Coach Sark's offense. And if he can do that, this team can be off and running. But to your point, they got to be able to run the ball well. What you laughing at, Mark?
I'm laughing because both of y'all led what I believe, and I was going to say I believe the children are our future. Children, and let them lead the way. But you asked, but anyway, that's the way my brain works that way. Eric, this is the thing that I saw that I really felt like could be something that lingers for the whole season, and that is Arch Manning being pressured to throw the ball deep and not doing the crossers, not doing the comebacks, not throwing the ball and leading his man in front. So, I want to see that part of the offensive game, and I think that'll benefit the running game as well as having the defense lead.
Mark, I can address that super quick. You want to know how to solve that problem? Steve Sarkisian can build a game plan where you essentially take some of those deep shots out. The reason I say that is look at Arch's first start against Louisiana Monroe last year, right? When they built in all those deep shots, he went 15 of 29. Steve Sarkisian said post-game, I was kicking myself for not building in more easy completions. Next week, you took some of those deep shots out of the game plan. Not saying you didn't push the ball downfield at all, right, if it's there, but you built the game plan around some of the short and intermediate stuff that Quinn Ewers did really well. Arch goes 26 of 31, right? That's the way to solve that issue right there.
Exactly. Okay. There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Thanks for sticking around, man, and clarifying some things for us. I appreciate your time, brother, and we'll see you this weekend.
Anytime, Hardge. Real quick, can I get some of them Ice Cube tickets? You had me reading ads for Ghost, a couple weeks ago, man. I heard Cube.
Don't worry about it. I've talked to the family. We all gonna be taken care of.
Appreciate it, Mark.
Already. He's doing Ghost tickets. Coming up next, we'll be talking to our guy, Drew Martin from the University of Texas, telling you everything you need to know about this weekend and how much fun you're going to have on Bevo Boulevard. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included. So you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
You still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $1,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet, we'll always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
As a scientist, I can tell you that Sundays are only 24 hours long. But with NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, you get every game every Sunday all in one place. That's upwards of 30 hours of NFL in one day. How can there be 30 hours in 24 hours, you ask? I have a theory. Magic. New users get NFL Sunday Ticket for 8 payments of $34.50 per month. Sign up at NFLSundayTicket.com. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games and commercial use. Terms and embargoes apply. Availability varies.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab, may help, with rapid remission achieved at 12 weeks and lasting clinical remission at 1 year. Some even saw visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Approximately 3 out of 10 patients were in endoscopic remission at 1 year, based on areas visualized on colonoscopy, which may not represent the deeper bowel layer or entire GI tract. Individual results may vary. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
iHeartRadio Did You Know? Presented by iHeartRadio. You know, what you're listening to right now. Did you know that iHeartRadio not only lets you listen to all your favorite AM/FM stations locally and nationwide for free, but iHeartRadio lets you build your very own radio station that plays nothing but the music you love. It's called Favorites Radio, and it's a collection of every song you've ever thumbed up. Hear a song you love on live radio, thumb it up, and it's added to your favorites radio station. Hear a song while listening to artist radio or a playlist, thumb it up, and we add it into your favorites radio station too. That's all you have to do to create your very own personalized station. It's easy, and the best part, Favorites Radio is free. Create your own private station or share it with friends to show off your great music taste. It's entirely up to you. All you do is thumb up the music you like, and we'll do the rest. Look for your own favorites radio station featured in your library in the free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio, #1 for music, radio, and podcasting, all in one app.
iHeartRadio.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KBET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
Good morning, Kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to your home for Texas football, AM 1300 The Zone. We are a few days away from Texas and San Jose State, kicking it off at 11 a.m. But right now, we are joined by the Executive Senior Associate Athletic Director and the man that is in charge of external affairs and the man that brings you all the fun on Bevo Boulevard. He is Drew Martin. Good morning, Drew. How you doing, buddy?
Good morning, guys. How are y'all? I'm excited to be here with you. I'm actually in DKR right now watching Texas cheer and palm warm up for game day. They're running through the pregame exercises right now. Texas Fight's playing through the speakers. I am fired up for 11 a.m. on Saturday.
You and everybody else in this town, obviously, everybody's trying to regroup, get refocused, and what better way to get back on the right side of things than playing at home this weekend. But what we want to know, is there anything new that is going on Bevo Boulevard?
All the new stuff is going to be really, really exciting. I will tell you this, what's really new and really important for all the listeners, all the people that have tickets to the game on Saturday, what's really brand new is this I-35 construction right next to the stadium. And so when you're coming to the game, just do yourself a huge favor. Go to texaslonghorns.com/parking. We have every lot, every map, the ingress route, the egress route, where the ADA shuttle picks up and drops off, where rideshare picks up and drops off, where Cap Metro is going to pick up and drop off. You need to check out texaslonghorns.com/parking, because if you can't get to the game, I can't have a whole lot of fun with you on Saturday.
I love the fact that you brought that up, because you and I had a conversation about the construction, and for people that who haven't been back into Austin since last football season, you've also done something extra for them to let them know where they're supposed to be, correct?
Absolutely. Everybody that has a parking pass has received a customized map showing them exactly how they're going to get to that parking lot, and then post-game, how they're going to get away from that parking lot. Because while we love our friends at TxDOT and we think this I-35 project is going to be fantastic for the city of Austin, for the University of Texas at Austin, we know for a couple of years they're going to be taking away and putting in new on and off ramps on that I-35 corridor. So we want to make sure that all of our fans are equipped and ready with all the right information to get to the game and then get home after the game as quickly as possible.
Drew, we know that now that the I-35 corridor is going to be a almost 3-year process. What about the Longhorn Stadium improvements? And we saw construction. We did a photo shoot out there. How soon to all of the things at DKR being finished?
For certain. Everything that we're doing right now at DKR, which is converting the press box right there on the 50-yard line, we're adding 8 new, what we're calling Belmont Legends suites right there between the 30s. It's going to be fantastic for those fans. The press are moving down to brand new press box facilities on the south end zone, left and right of our new end zone structure down there. All of that's going to be ready for the next season. So there will be some construction. It won't be happening on game day, but you'll definitely see progress throughout the season on that new suite area and the new press facilities in the south end zone. So just don't be surprised when you see kind of some areas that used to have some things in it that are under construction for this season, but next year we'll have all of that open and ready to go.
We're talking to Drew Martin. He is in charge of the external affairs at the University of Texas. He's preparing everybody for this big weekend on the 40 acres as Texas will be taking on San Jose State. 11 a.m. kick. So that means that we will be on Bevo Boulevard at Hook'em Hangout starting at 8 a.m. Kegs and eggs,
8
baby.
a.m.
Kegs and eggs. Let's get this party
It's a brunch
started.
game. We got to love it.
Speaking
we
of
have
game.
mimosas, we got happy hour pricing, we got all kinds of things going on. And definitely you got to know that lots open at 6 a.m. All of our festivities, Bevo Boulevard presented by HEB, Smoky's Midway presented by Conecuh Sausage, our new sponsor in Hollister presenting Longhorn City Limits this year, Big Bertha's Bazaar, Hook'em Hangout, all of that is going to open at 8 a.m. The big fella himself, Bevo, is going to be coming down his boulevard at 8 a.m. for his parade. Sark and the boys are going to get there at 9 a.m., coming down the Stampede down Bevo Boulevard, and the Longhorn Band, can't wait to hear them in all their full glory. On Saturday morning, they're going to be coming in 1 hour before game time, so that's 10 a.m. So those are the 3 parades that you're definitely going to want to be there for.
Man, you just that off like it was amazing.
I mean, he practiced that before.
We can't wait.
Drew, you've done so much for me and Hardge. I told you we had conversations about getting you to the Caribbean. I'm in Barbados right now, and I would really, really like to have you here. I'd really like to have you somewhere in the Caribbean. after this season is over, me, you, and Hardge gonna have to sit down and have this conversation again and bring our families down here so y'all can see how we do things.
Let's do it. I'm all fired up for that. Let's get a lot of wins under our belt and celebrate with you.
No doubt.
We come celebrate that national championship.
No doubt.
So, Drew, before we let you go, man, I wanted to ask you, too. You've debuted some new food, some new spaces, happy hour pricing, got a chance to go and have some lunch at all these different places that you guys are partnered with. Talk about some of those things that are going on as well.
Absolutely. We've got, number one, first and foremost, our happy hour pricing and our fan-friendly pricing are back again this season. We want to make sure this is affordable for all of our Longhorn Nation and our families to come out and enjoy a full football Saturday without breaking the bank. So we're going to have happy hour pricing on our food and beverage outside the stadium before kickoff. We've got fan-friendly pricing all game. Our partners at 1883 for our premium seat holders, they've brought in a celebrity chef program where there's going to be celebrity chefs cooking and preparing their own food game to game for those premium areas. But it's not just for the premium folks. We've added gigantic turkey legs. We've added what they're calling like an Asian fusion, kind of a Korean style hot dog. You and I ate one of those the other night, and it was fantastic. So we're really upping the game for the fans. There is no fan-friendlier place in the country in football than at Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium at Texas Longhorns.
It is too early for y'all to be talking food like this in front of me. It's too early.
What time is it down there?
Oh, man. I mean, I'm an hour ahead of y'all, but still, it's still too early.
Hey, you're 1 hour closer to lunchtime than we are, my friend.
Great.
Big dog's got to eat. Let's go.
Drew, you told everybody where to go. You made sure that everybody goes to TexasLonghorns.com/parking, correct?
Correct. And also for all the other activities, that website is super important for fans coming to the game, for everything about all the festivities. Because remember, all that stuff outside Bevo Boulevard, Longhorn City Limits, we have Y'all Out Boy, Austin's cover band. We have Corey Morrow headlining post game at Longhorn City Limits, Smokey's Midway, Bertha's Bazaar. All of that stuff is free. So come out and enjoy a beautiful Saturday. I'm hearing the weather is supposed to drop down into the 80s for a high now, which is welcome news for me. So come out, come enjoy all the festivities. Come really show your burnt orange pride, your Texas Longhorns pride, and have a great game day with us on the 40 acres.
Drew, as always, man, we can't thank you enough for what you and your staff.
Thank you, brother.
Y'all have done an unbelievable job of creating the experience for every single person that comes to the ball game. And you and I talked to the Round Rock Express a lot. I talked to your boss, Chris Del Conte, and the one thing that you guys always talk about is making the experience special for everybody that comes there, because you can't control what happens on the field, but you can definitely help make everything away from the field special.
That's 1,000% true, and that's exactly what we aim for. Is I wish that I could score points, kick field goals, throw touchdown passes. I'm a little old, past my prime for that, but we can absolutely make sure that our fans, our dear Longhorn Nation, has the best possible game day outside of the game itself. And so that's why we do this. The fans are at the center of every decision we make.
Well, I appreciate you, and as always, we'll see you this weekend, and hopefully we're enjoying another victory. And of course, you got Fallout Boy, or Y'all Out Boy, excuse me, and Corey Morrow on the LBJ lawn pregame and postgame. Appreciate you, Drew.
Thanks, guys. Hook 'em.
There he goes. Drew Martin keeps doing unbelievable work. Him and his crew have been outstanding for so long. And every time you get to the ballpark, you understand that it is one heck of a atmosphere every single time, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting down there. We always had our favorite food haunts, and we got to know people. It's gonna be fun seeing everybody again.
Yeah, it's back to football season, back at the 40 acres. But right now, we're gonna talk a little hoop action with the lifetime Longhorn and the legend TJ Ford joins us next right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Text Texas, followed by your message to 81530 to chat along with your favorite sports radio, AM 1300, The Zone hosts. That's Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you'll need.
Things are pretty slow this morning along Highway 183 due to reports of a crash around McKenzie Road. Looking onto the service road of Highway 71 westbound at I-35 for a crash that has the right lane blocked off. There's also an accident along the service road of I-35 northbound at William Cannon Drive, causing delays. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? Upgrade to a premium bed at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect mattress and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy.
NFL fans, week 1 is your shot to play and stack $1 million cash bag with DraftKings Pick 6, an official partner of the NFL. Here's how. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, DraftKings' easiest way to play fantasy football. Enter for free and pick more or less on 6 player stats for week 1. Share the link with friends and add more cash to the big bag and get bonus shots to win. Hit all 6, you'll be splitting a bag that's already $1 million or more. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app, use the code SPOTLIGHT to opt in for free, and start stacking entries for the NFL Week 1. Zero cost, huge upside in partnership with DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18 plus age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. Must claim token for a free entry in Bag Builder contest. Only perfect entries earn a share of cash prize. Tokens are only single use and expire September 8 at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promo.
We're live at Specs, where elite snack strategies are unfolding. This shopper just dove headfirst into the cheese section, barreling through the brie like he's got something to prove. Now he's eyeing that top shelf tequila. Does he have it? He does! Unbelievable! Specs selection, flawless. Specs savings, unstoppable. He's loading the cart like a man possessed, and it all started at Specs. Cheers to savings.
You probably think your 401k is safe, that it's growing, that it'll be enough for your retirement. But what if it's not? Here's the truth. Your 401k was never designed to make you wealthy. It was created in a corporate boardroom to shift retirement costs and investment risk onto you. Designed to keep your money trapped, exposed to Wall Street crashes, inflation, and uncertainty you can't control. Until now, Americans are taking back control by turning to real assets like gold. Noble Gold Investments has helped thousands protect their future by converting part of their retirement savings into physical gold. Talk to Noble Gold today and learn how safe and easy it is to roll your 401k into a tax-advantaged gold IRA without penalties or headaches. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com to get your free wealth protection kit, including a step-by-step guide to get started. That's noblegoldinvestments.com.
Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals, including gold, involves risks. Consult with your tax attorney or financial professional before making an investment decision.
Listen up, football fans. Kolache Factory's flavor of the month, Frito Pie Kolache. We're talking seasoned ground beef, hearty no-bean chili, melty cheese, crunchy Fritos wrapped in that famous Kolache Factory dough. Whether you're headed to the game, watching from home, it's the ultimate tailgate food. Kolache Factory's party trays and catering will keep the whole team fed too and happy. Order ahead on the Kolache Factory app or online. Grab your kolaches at one of 2 Austin locations, North Lamar Boulevard, West Palmer Lane. Kolache Factory, a history of good taste and your new MVP for tailgating season.
iHeart presents
The police coming straight from the underground.
Ice Cube, bringing truth to power.
You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude.
Before hip-hop, homies got shot.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
iHeart is America's #1 podcast network. Open the free iHeart app and explore podcasts like this.
No more waiting until the morning. Nightcap with Unc and Ocho.
is our new evening sports talk destination with NFL legend Chad Johnson, Ocho Cinco, and me, Shannon Sharp. Come hang out with Unc and Ocho as we give out unfiltered take and instant reaction to the biggest games, biggest moments right after they end.
Open your free iHeart app and listen now.
Join the voice of the Texas Longhorns, Craig Way, each day from 2 to 5 p.m. for the Craig Way Show on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Legends of the locker room, hey, legends of the locker room, hey, we just going live and we taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room, hey, legends of the locker room, hey, we live on the air and you know that we speak the truth. Mark Henry and Mike Hardge.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. We have this special segment called Legends of the Locker Room, where we go back and find some of those great legends that are doing great things. And speaking of doing great things, he is having a bowling event here in Austin, Texas. And by saying he is one of the best players, and he's got his number retired in the rafters here at the University of Texas. He is one TJ Ford. Good morning, TJ. How you doing, brother?
Good morning, man. How you guys doing this morning?
We're doing
awesome. Good to hear your voice.
Oh, man, good to hear you guys, man. I'm glad you guys do an amazing job early in the morning, man, giving people some good stuff to hear on their way to work and waking up.
That's right. We try to keep them live and ready to go. And you got something that you're doing this weekend that is going to help raise some, doing some fundraising here in Austin, Texas. So tell everybody what you got going on.
Yeah, man, this Friday we hosting the bowling event, Strike to Unite, and pretty much the whole agenda for this weekend is to, bring some former players back, get us together, create this brotherhood and this bond, continue to keep our history going for guys who've done a lot of great things and had a great time on the basketball court here at the University of Texas. So trying to unite everybody together. It's the first home football game. A lot of people come to town. So we also would like to kind of, kick things off our basketball season as a introduction to each other again, and also give opportunity for guys to engage and meet our new coach Sean Miller.
Speaking of that, Jay, that was one of the questions that I wanted to ask is, Sean Miller comes in, a lot of changes happen over at the university, but Sean Miller, with his record, with his mindset and his ability to recruit, what are some of the things that you've noticed since you've been here? Because I've seen he's brought you in multiple times to be around the team.
Man, Coach Miller is a guy who's an established coach who has a history of winning. Has been at an elite program before and took a program to, higher measures. When you look at him coming in and you look at what he brings to the table, us playing him a few times in the tournament as well. But to have him and his staff bring this energy, everyone is kind of excited. Obviously it's football season and the attention that they get. But for us in our basketball program, we try to do everything in our power to support him, just like we would do with any other coach. And I think everyone will see the excitement as we get closer to the basketball season.
TJ, I'm looking at the flyer, and I see Royale Ivy on there, and I see DJ Augustine. Who's the better bowler out of you three? Because I don't. If I come in there, I want to be on the best team.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen those guys bowl. I'm kind of competitive. I'm not the greatest bowler, but I know I'm not last. I'm not sure who's first, but I'm gonna say second.
Hardge, how's your bowling game, Hardge?
Yeah, man, come on, man. You know better than that. I come with it every single time, so don't even come at me like that. But TJ, you've been putting in a lot of work, man. You got a lot that you do with your foundation. You do a lot with the kids in Houston and all over the place. How's all that going right now, and what's next for TJ Ford?
I've always been into the mentorship of the youth and being able to kind of give back and use your voice. And not only your voice, man, just being present. And I think that's what I've kind of been known for, since I retired from the game of basketball, is just being present and being available to, kids and to parents and kind of showing them a way of what it takes to kind of be successful. And that success doesn't, equate to you have to be the best basketball player. So I think when you look at, kind of my mission and kind of what I'm about is just being able to kind of, give kids some type of, vision for themselves, try to give them some type of hope and some type of encouragement, and just knowing that those habits that they can create, we can help them create, will allow them to be successful long term, no matter what industry they're in, whether it's sports, business, even, being in the classroom of some sort. So we just want to be able to continue to impact the youth. It's been a fun time for me of being involved. Since I retired, it gives me a lot of, gives me a great feeling. These kids and around the world, not just here in Houston. They give me, they give me my funk, they give me my energy as well. Because a lot of people continue to remember the things that I've done basketball-wise, but more importantly, just being around, through AAU basketball and, being in these events and tournaments. So, it's something that's a passion of mine of just trying to, keep kids on the right track, which, when you're in sports, it comes with a lot of distractions, especially now. We know with the opportunity that kids have with NILs, it's a different ball game, and it's a different way of living for these young guys and young women, because they are able to achieve a career at an earlier age while they're still trying to figure out, what they want to be in life through sports. So I enjoy it, that kids have these opportunities. And, now the interesting and the challenge for us is to be able to kind of, guide them through this process as they're getting a lot of money at a young age, what to do with it, how to handle it. And I'm not talking about it in fashion, but just, I'm around kids in a way that they're able to kind of, spin it and enjoy it. So we just want to be able to do a better job of, helping them through that process. And Mark, you know what that's like, being able to, be a professional, and just imagine, at 18 years old, being able to make the type of money that, professional guys are making in college.
Yeah, TJ, you brought up a great point about the AAU system and the future of basketball. How much do you feel like you can help and add to what Coach Miller is doing with all of these high-level Texas basketball players? You look on every major team in the country, and they have a Texas player that's starting for them or coming off the bench for them. Like, how can you and the Texas X's and the guys that are in this bowling tournament get these kids to come to University of Texas and other big-time Texas schools?
Well, I think we want to be able to show kids the opportunities that you have at the University of Texas in ways that you can take advantage of. I think that's the next source for us, being able to help, Texas basketball and Coach Sean Miller is being able to show that you have a lot of good examples of guys that, obviously made it to the NBA, did pretty well for themselves, but you also have to understand that, there's a lot of guys that did not make it to the NBA that is doing very, very successful in the business world, just have a career. So we want to be able to show this different magnitude of different athletes that are having success. Obviously you always talk about the TJ Fords, the Kevin Durant's, Roy Ivey, DJ Augustine's, and Miles Turner's. But at the end of the day, you have guys like Chris Clack, Reggie Freeman, you have Travis Mays, you have guys from all these different areas that have had an impact on us of, just being good, sound men. And we want to be able to establish that those guys are still doing well. And it's not just a few guys that's in the NBA. So collectively, we want to be able to show the impact in ways that we can help them as an alumni, and also, being there to try to, guide these guys of what it would take off the court to be successful.
Awesome.
That is some great stuff. We're talking to lifetime Longhorn and legend TJ Ford. He is giving back to the community. He's doing so much, and he's also got a bowling event that will be taking place this Friday at the main event from 7 to 10 up in North Austin. And TJ, you're also doing some commentating. You're doing some play-by-play, not play-by-play, but some analyst work. How you liking that, man?
Man, I'm enjoying it. Obviously, being connected to the game, being connected to the NBA, and being part of that family and that fraternity has always been amazing for me, and being able to, still support me in many ways, is be connected to the game. Obviously I retired my last season playing with the Spurs, and that history when I was in college as well, as having that connection. So being a part of that family, being connected to the basketball game and being able to analyze and talk about it, and at times be able to do some, broadcasting, it allows me to kind of share my thoughts and share my wisdom of how I see the game. It's been really, really fun. Obviously, when we had the Longhorn Network, I was able to get a lot of experience early on when I retired. And now, being able to kind of be still connected to the game so many years later, man, it's fun. And I hope to continue to get better at it. Obviously, we here in Austin, Texas, all the way down I-35 San Antonio. I hope everybody kind of enjoyed that Spurs vibe. Obviously, they are the future with the amount of talent that they have. So I'm kind of blessed to be able to kind of look at these young guys and know that they're an up-and-coming team that in maybe another 2 or 3 years we'll be talking about this team as potentially as a team that has championship aspirations and have a real chance to do that. So to be very, very close to it and watch it every day and get to see this new generation work out and it's fun. I really, really, really enjoy it. And trying to also work on some things that allow me to kind of talk about Texas basketball. We work on a few things to try to figure out how to get me to do, some of that, based on our basketball team as well.
TJ, you mentioned San Antonio. We have a mutual friend, Vince Hu, down there. Is Vince going to be a part of the tournament?
Yes, Vince will be in the building. Vince is a guy that's a diehard Longhorn. He's been advocating about continuing to build that brand for Texas guys off the court. Obviously, he did the TBT thing that give players opportunity to have a chance to win $1 million. He's been a great guy that continues to try to support these guys. He's definitely connected to players that are still playing basketball. So he's been a liaison for me to stay connected to some guys that I'm not, personally tied to in that matter. So he's been a huge help, a huge guy that's just a diehard Longhorn and an awesome guy. So, Vince is somebody that, when you look at managers, you look at these guys that come to Texas, he also is a good, example. He also is a good person to be able to bounce things off because, he's in the food industry with his family. He also now is a financial advisor for a company. So we have a lot of good guys that are doing amazing things that we want to be able to share and knowledge for the next generation because it's more than just, basketball and a sport. We all know that it will end one day and just want to be able to kind of show everybody the amount of support, the amount of brilliance that is coming from our sports program. And we don't really get enough knowledge. And, most people don't really talk about those things. And we just want to acknowledge that, our athletic program at the University of Texas is just as powerful as the business program at the University of Texas.
And that is something that is much needed, especially in this day and age. TJ, as always, thank you. I'll continue to spread the word. I'll post your flyer here in just a little bit to let people know where this event is going to be, and it's for the TJ Ford Foundation as well. And make sure y'all get over to the University of Texas this weekend, TJ, because they bringing in Austin Gooseby, one of the best players in the country, and we need y'all to go over there and make sure that young man comes to the University of Texas.
Oh, man, we want to keep him home. Any kid that has an opportunity, to help us get back to the promised land, we got to do everything we can to make these kids understand this is the place to be. So we know how important the first home game is for every university. And so this is a big weekend where everybody's in town. We know that these kids should have an amazing, amazing time. And it's a lot of good entertainment for these young kids this weekend as well. So, hopefully this is the best visit these two kids will ever experience. We're bringing out everything to get these guys to understand this is the place they should be.
All right, my man. Appreciate it. There he is. TJ Ford, the legend. We'll give you more information about TJ and his event that is going on tomorrow night from 7 to 10 at Main Event. Make sure you follow us on social media. Thanks, TJ.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it. When we come back, you know what that means. You got the world's strongest man giving you a world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Legends of the locker room. Hey, legends of the locker room. We just going live and we taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We live on the air and you know that we will speak the truth. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We just going live and we taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room.
From the Odoo.com traffic center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
The right lane is blocked off by an accident on the service road of Highway 71 westbound at I-35. Looking at the drive on I-35 northbound this morning, plan for 15 minutes to be added to your drive going from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. And things are also pretty slow on Mopac southbound going from Shoreline Drive to Loop 360. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
If it's the start of a brand new football season, that must mean that my friends at Sue Patrick are ready for the kickoff with their outstanding #1 selling Longhorn polo shirts. Whether you're headed for the game, the golf course, even a casual Friday workday, this is the perfect polo. It's available in sizes small up to XXX with UPF 50+ sun protection and a 4-way quick drying stretch fabric. And there are 2 shirts to choose from, the classic Longhorn Hook 'em logo shirt and one with iconic figures like DKR. Some of my favorites are the all-over Longhorn logo burnt orange on white and white over burnt orange. Makes it a lot more comfortable for me to broadcast the Longhorns at home and on the road. It's easy to pick up these shirts. You can go right down to the store at 5222 Burnett Road with easy parking right in front of the store. No need to worry about a parking garage. Or you can order it online at SuePatrick.com. Be sure to check out the #1 selling Longhorn polos from the 40 acres from Sue Patrick. 5222 Burnett Road and online at SuePatrick.com.
Need space that's designed to last? Mueller Inc. delivers pre-engineered steel buildings customized for your style. From garages and workshops to barns, warehouses, even airplane hangars. Our bolt-together buildings are designed to last decades with proper installation and maintenance. Designed for strength, engineered for Texas. Visit us today at any of our locations across the Austin area, including Marble Falls and Spicewood. Or go to MuellerInc.com.
Peak performance? That's not luck, that's science. And Viome has got the playbook. One simple at-home test takes the guesswork out of your nutrition. You'll know exactly what foods fuel your body, what slows you down, and which supplements help you bounce back faster. And it's all powered by your own gut biome data. So the insights are built specifically for you. See? Science. So order your full body intelligence test today and save $50 at Viome.com with promo code THRIVE. That's Biome.com, promo code THRIVE.
NFL football is back. Get all the info you need to root for your favorite team by listening to the official NFL Podcast Network on the free iHeartRadio app. Shows like NFL Daily with Greg Rosenthal.
Youth and talent all at the exact same time. It's almost impossible to do that, and the Lions have it right now.
Plus dozens of other official NFL podcasts to put you in your happy place. Yeah! Football's back, baby. Open your free iHeart app, search NFL, and listen now.
If you could hear Old Spice Fiji antiperspirant, what would it sound like? First, you'd start with Fiji antiperspirant's amazing scent of palm trees. Add pure notes of fresh coconut and layer on 24/7 odor and sweat protection. You won't hear any dyes or parabens because with Fiji, you won't have any. So while your regular antiperspirant sounds like this, Old Spice Fiji sounds like this. Sounds like it smells amazing.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, a chance of showers early, then sunny this afternoon, a high of 103 for your Thursday. Partly cloudy tonight, a low of 75. Friday, a mix of sun and clouds, a high near 100.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Football is back.
And the season lives on iHeartRadio.
Whether it's fantasy advice
Or venting with your favorite host over that blown call.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily. To local stations that bring you the games live. Touchdown! This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL
to dive in.
Longhorns baseball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
It's been a minute since we've had this, but it's back. WWE Hall of Famer and the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, brings you his world's strongest take. Take it away, big guy.
Hardge,
What's up, man?
you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot. Ha, they all on me. This is going to come across very preachy. And we might have to pull out the religious music. But my take today is about my guy. And I say my guy, Arch Manning. But it's not really so much about what Arch Manning did. My take is about the whole circumferencing relationship between a quarterback and a coach, and a quarterback and a coordinator who just happens to be the head coach. Arch Manning, his first game was in the big house. A lot of pressure, regardless of whether we say, oh, he can handle the pressure. He's a Manning, for Christ's sake. And Arch going 17 of 30 and having a 37% off-target throw percentage was the lowest percentage in 12 years. Guys, we started from the bottom. We only going to go up from here. So all of the people that's jumping off the Arch bandwagon, you're going to find yourself in a lonely place because he is going to get better. The main reason I say that is because of his coach. You think for 1 second that Steve Sarkisian is not going to put Arch in a situation where he is going to look better, he's going to have a higher percentage, and that he's going to be able to produce to make the team have wins. It's not always going to be about production. It's going to be about teaching Arch how to be the coach on the field. If y'all remember, Quinn Ewers' first year was, thank you. Quinn Ewers' first year was not his best. In fact, he struggled. But Arch, congregation, is going to be better. And I want to go on record right now as saying that in these next 3 to 4 games, he's going to get acclimated because it takes time. You can't just go to the mountaintop. You got to do it in scale. And I think that Coach Sarkisian will bring young Arch to the promised land. Arch, what say you?
Well, he's going to have to do so because decided that they wasn't going to believe in young Arch.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I said?
Preach.
I said, give him time, give him time.
Give him time.
And he will find.
He will find.
That crossing receiver.
Wow.
I have no doubt that he will hit him in the flats. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
He will find the tight end. But most importantly, my people, he gonna get a first down.
How many?
Word.
Get 4 on the first drive.
Yeah.
And they gonna get a big play, and we gonna rejoice.
Yeah.
One more time.
Tell him again.
Can I get a hook 'em horn?
Hook 'em.
horn.
Can I get a hook 'em horns?
Hook 'em
I said
horn.
hook 'em.
then we gonna be just fine come Saturday at 11 a.m. But it will start at 8 a.m. with our pregame that kicks off at 8 a.m. with Cam Parker, Mike Hardball Hardge, and the world's strongest man, the Mark Henry, who just brought you his world's strongest take. Now, we will be back right after this. We'll send you to Dan Patrick. But first and foremost, we got to talk about them Cowboys once again, right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Plenty of brake lights out there on 183 southbound this morning, about a 10-minute out of your drive from McNeil Drive over to Breaker Lane. You're also slow on Mopac southbound, making that change from Shoreline over to Loop 360. And plan for about 15 minutes to be added to your drive on I-35 northbound from Onion Creek Parkway up to William Cannon. I'm Jason Fossler with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical.
The Abacus VIP plan is the only plan you need. Save on plumbing, AC, and electrical services, including annual maintenance, mainline drain cleaning, generators, water treatment, and 24/7 system monitoring. Only at abacusplumbing.com.
M20628. Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texitcoin. Score big at texitcoin.org. It was a tough start to the 2025 season for the number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns, falling to number 3 Ohio State 14-7 on the road in Columbus, Ohio. Despite an up and down day from Arch Manning, head coach Steve Sarkisian is confident QB1 will bounce back.
You know, he's going to watch the tape and say, man, I wish this, I wish that. That's the life of a competitor. But I think there's a lot to hold on to of what the future is going to look like for Arch Manning here. So we're excited about that.
Manning finished with 1 touchdown and 1 interception in his first true road start. Now Texas will return to Austin and try and bounce back against San Jose State University this Saturday, kickoff at 11 a.m. Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texitcoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. Texitcoin.org.
You ever notice how every Texas fan suddenly becomes a world-class chef at the tailgate? Briskets, ribs, and quesos that'll burn your eyes off. But none of it matters without a cooler full of Bud Light. Because Bud Light is the real MVP at every tailgate. Cold, crisp, and it never talks smack about your burnt hot dog. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Need cash for a home project, big life event, or to pay off high-interest debt? Tap into your home's equity with a home equity loan from Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Use it for home improvements, debt consolidation, a wedding, tuition, or a vacation. With flexible terms up to 30 years, fixed rates, no closing cost under $250,000, and no prepayment penalties. This is money that works for you. Apply online today at atfcu.org. Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, hoping you do more with your home. ATFCU is an equal housing lender.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
iHeart presents the police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube bringing truth to power. You know how we do. Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude. Before hip-hop, homies got shot. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money?
Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed. From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's Wind Down Wednesdays, powered by Stella Rosa. Join 1300 The Zone's Mike Hardge and 96.7 KISS FM's Ann Hudson for football clinics like you've never experienced. Sip Stella Rosa cocktails, learn the game, and have some fun. For more info, visit am1300thezone.com/Stella Rosa.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
What a great show we had today. Started off with Eric Henry of Horns 247, followed by our guy Drew Martin, who's in charge of all the fun at the University of Texas, and followed it up with the lifetime Longhorn and the legend T.J. Ford. Man, oh man, what a great time. And then we just had some fun with Mark Henry's The World's Strongest Take. And if you missed any parts of the show, make sure you get over to the podcast page and you can go back and listen to all the interviews that we have had throughout the weeks. So much fun, like no other. Make sure you get out tonight. I will be at the Armadillo Den off of Man Shack from 7 to 9, brought to you by the great folks over at Bud Light and Brown Distributing. Come and hang out and watch me deal with my tears for my fears with my beers tonight as the Cowboys will be taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. But one bright spot in this game, well, two bright spots in this game will be Jaden Blue, running back for the Dallas Cowboys, former Texas Longhorn, and he will be playing against his former teammate from last year, Andrew Makuba. And Andrew Makuba was asked about this game and facing the Cowboys.
I need to do so.
Obviously, being a somewhat new guy here, the magnitude that your first game could be against the Cowboys in a game where they're unveiling the Super Bowl banner, has that struck yet?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I mean, it's surreal. Because being from Texas, growing up, everybody know who they're rooting for, and then that being my first game against them, so it's kind of crazy, man. It's kind of crazy. And I was dreamed about being in this situation, in this position, and now that I'm here, it's surreal. But I mean, when it's time, I got to put all the emotions, everything to the side, and just go out there and do what you love and what I've been doing my whole life. So, I'm excited.
Man. Gotta lock in, Mark. Gotta lock in, man.
Don't look at the big lights. Just keep your head down and do your job.
Yeah, I hope he stays on the sideline a lot tonight so he doesn't, he doesn't have to witness CeeDee Lamb running past him, because that's what's going to happen tonight, Mark. 8.5-point dog. 8.5-point dog. Do you think – you said you believe that it's going to be the over. You believe that –
it's going to be over.
Are too low for the Dallas Cowboys in this matchup.
So what did they have the line at?
Right now it's on DraftKings. Cowboys are a 7.5-point dog. The over-under is 47.5.
It's gonna go well over that.
I'm refreshing it right now so we can see if they change. And it is not. Well, yep, it sure did. Right now, went up to 8.5.
So both teams are going to score at least 30 points minimum. This is going to be a shootout. All the years of defensive struggles with the Cowboys and the Eagles are over. Both of these offenses are too prolific.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at these numbers and I'm trying to figure out which is the best play. But win, lose, or draw, I need to know what your pick is going to be for tonight's game. Thursday Night Football, Dallas Cowboys taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, 7:20 on NBC. And Cowboys 8.5-point dog. But do you think they lose and cover? Do you have them winning? What's your thoughts on this game?
I have the Cowboys at 31, and I have the Eagles at 35.
Okay, so you're saying the Eagles win, they do not cover, but you're taking the over.
The over.
Okay, Marcus, do you have a idea of what you believe in?
38-28 Eagles.
Dang. Well, I ain't gonna let this happen. I ain't letting this happen. I'm going Cowboys. That's right. I'm looking at it. You see it if you're on camera. You see I come in wearing my my uniform for the Cowboys every single week. I'm going to be that lone man to get out here and say I'm taking the Cowboys tonight, and they win 27-24. And this is going to be one of those games where Brandon Aubrey, the best player on our team, not named Dak Prescott, the kicker, is going to be the winning decider right now.
That is your hope?
Yeah.
That the kicker?
Yep. Hey, 27-24. We're going to have a great ball game. Cowboys coming in. You told me at the beginning of the show, Mark Henry, and check the tape. You said Brian Schottenheimer, Shotty, hadn't been showing anything the entire time. And right now is the time for Shotty to take some shots down the field and make things happen with his new weapon, George Pickens.
You think that it's going to be CeeDee Lamb. You think that it's going to be George Pickens. It's going to be Ferguson. Ferguson is going to have at least one touchdown. If you have him in fantasy, you better play him because that guy is going to be alone in the middle of the field because you're going to have to play two safeties high. And there'll be five yards before anybody touches him. And he's elusive for a big guy. So I look at seeing Ferguson having a really Pro Bowl type of year.
I think so too. I definitely have been looking at Jake Ferguson as a guy that is going to be special. Speaking of that, I'm glad you said that about fantasy football. If you are a fantasy football participant, make sure you use DraftKings Pick 6 because the crown is yours and there's an opportunity for you to win today. So make sure you get over to DraftKings Pick 6. If you haven't downloaded it, use the promo code SPOTLIGHT, that's SPOTLIGHT, for your chance to win. Be in the mix and get some tokens today. But Mark, I wanted to ask you this because fantasy football, did you get into a fantasy football league?
I was just about to tell you, guys, for the first time in 8 years of me playing fantasy football, I have the Eagles defense. I have Deebo Samuel as a wide receiver. And I have Jalen as my quarterback in one of my leagues. So,
oh my goodness.
I have a Commanders player at wide receiver in one league, a quarterback Commanders in another league, Eagles defense. It's choking me.
He's changed, folks. The man has changed. I want to thank all the people that came on the show today. I want to thank Eric Henry of Horns 247. I want to thank Drew Martin from the University of Texas. And, of course, I want to thank lifetime Longhorn and legend TJ Ford. And TJ will be part of the show this season when basketball season starts. And of course, I want to thank my guy, Mark Henry, and Marcus behind the board. Come out to Armadillo Den and watch me suffer with the great folks over at Bud Light and AM 1300 The Zone. And just remember this, folks. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. Peace.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, guselkumab,